All right, so on these TEEs 10E, we are factoring trinomials, binomials, perfect square trinomials of degree 2. So our question that we're given here is a normal trinomial. I'm going to use my answer choices to remind you, we're looking at the factors of 54 that add up to our B term, which is 15. I'm going to use what I have here as an answer choice as a possible. I'm going to say 9 times negative 6, and then I'm going to do 9 minus 6. I'm going to add these terms together. That gives me 3. So that's out as an answer choice, so I'm going to cross it out. Then I'm going to try 18 times negative 3. 18 minus 3 does equal positive 15. So this is the factors that we want to use, so our answer is G. Number 29, we have to do it a little bit different. If we notice our A term, this is not a basic trinomial. We're going to use a method that I call a slip and slide. So I'm going to take the 24 and I'm going to multiply it by 5. And I'm going to rewrite my trinomials. This becomes x squared minus 22x. And then 24 times 5 gives me plus 120. Now, I know the factors, so we've got 120, and then the sum of that is going to be equal to negative 22. I can take out A because both of my factors are positive. I'm going to need at least both of them are going to be negative. So I can take out A and D. All right, I'm going to try 12 and 10. And I know they both need to be negative. So that's going to be negative 12 plus negative 10. That does give me negative 22. So 12 and 10 work as a factor. The reason I tried 12 is because I got 12 as an A value there. That may or may not help you. I can also know that 120 and 10 divided by 10 is 12 and 10. So that's how I picked those factors. So this is going to be x minus 12 times x minus 10. Now I need to bring back that A term so that it is involved, so that if I were to FOIL this back out, it would give me the original trinomial, not the second one. So now I'm going to simplify. Well, 10 over 24 reduces to 1/2. That's really easy. So, sorry, not 10. It should be, hold on, wait. Not 1/2. This is the 1/2. 12, that is 1/2. This reduced to 2 goes into 10 5 times, 2 goes into 24 12 times. Now, I'm going to slip the bottom in front of that x, so that becomes 2x minus 1. I'm going to slip the 12 in front of that x, so that becomes 12x minus 5, and that is our C binomial. All right. Next question, same thing. Now, here's a clue that I'm going to look at. Notice I have a square here and a square here. That's my clue that my trinomial might be a perfect square. I'm going to look. I've got 9x squared was a perfect square and 16, which is a perfect square. 9x squared would be the perfect square of 3x. 16 would be the perfect square of 4. Okay, well, I'm also got a negative here and a positive here. So that does mean that both of my answers need to be negative, or both of my factors. Now remember, I'm going to have 2 of them. Since this is a perfect square trinomial, it's going to be a perfect square binomial. I can eliminate G because it's positive. I can eliminate H because it's positive. Now, technically, if I look at this, yes, I have negative, and I have 4 and 4, but it's not 9x and x. It's 3x and 3x to get that factor trinomial. So our answer is J, because that is that same binomial square. All right, number 11, that is a basic trinomial. So I'm going to use the factors of negative 60 that add up to negative 17. Again, I'm going to use my answers. I'm going to try negative 20 times 3. We know negative 20 times 3 does give me negative 60. Negative 20 plus 3, that does give me negative 17. Oh, look, we're done right there. Boom, easy. All right, number 31. All right. I don't have a GCF here. I mean, I know 21 is factors of 7 and 3. You might be able to work out an option here, but let's go ahead and I would go ahead and do slip and slide. So take the 21 over. So this becomes x squared plus 13x. 21 times 20 gives me 4 minus 420. All right, I'm going to use 420 negative 420 that add up to 13. B is equal to 13. All right, I'm gonna maybe see if 42 divided by 7 is 60. 60 minus 30, that's not gonna work. So let's try some big numbers. 420 divided by 42. Okay, we've got 42 times 10, and it's gonna need to be negative 10. 42 minus 10 gives me 33, so that won't work. All right, so that's out. Let's try 42 divided by 15. No, 42 divided by 12. Let's try 12. Nope. 42 to 7. Let's try 49. 420 divided by 49. Nope. Let's try 20. Ah, that looks kind of promising. Maybe 20 times 21. Honestly, okay, so if I'm looking at this and I'm taking a test, I'm starting to get flustered. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which factors are going to add up to my B term. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So I'm going to say A is equal to 21, my B is equal to 13, and my C is equal to negative 20. So now I'm going to use my discriminant first, which is 13 squared, which gives you 169 minus 4 times 21 times negative 20. 4 times 21 times 20 gives me 1680 plus 169 gives me 1849. Now this is a perfect square. I know it's a perfect square because all of my answer choices, they don't have a radical in it. So the square root of 1849 will give me 43. So now when I use the quadratic formula, there's going to be x is equal to negative b, so that's negative 13, plus or minus 43, that's the discriminant, over 2 times a, 2 times 21, which gives me 42. Okay, so think about this. My x values are either going to be 4/3, or it's going to be 5/7, or this is going to be 4/7, or this is going to be 5/3, okay? If I were to set each one of these equal to 0, that would give me my, it would be negative, negative. Okay, there we go. The slight fix there. If I set each one of those equal to 0. All right, we know we're either going to have negative 13 plus 43, and then we're going to divide that by 42. That's going to give me math, enter, enter. That's going to give me 5/7. Oh, look, there's our answer right there. We're done. Remember, it's negative, so be careful with that. When I put that into my factored form, that would be x minus 5/7. You would move the 7 in front of the x. That gives you 7x minus 5. Done. We don't even have to look at the second one. All right, number 44. I'm going to give you a clue right here. There are no real factors. Whenever you see that as an answer choice, there's a very good chance that your answer might be that answer. So what I would do in that situation is I would look at my discriminant, which that's b squared minus 4ac, and that is underneath your radical on your quadratic formula. So this is going to be 16 minus 4 times 9 times 1. This would end up becoming 16 minus 36, which 16 minus 36 gives you negative 20, which is less than 0. When our discriminant is less than 0, then we have no solutions. So your answer would be there are no real factors. All right, I'm going to end the video on this question, and I will continue this video in the next lesson.